Hello students, today we discuss the concept related to rectangular hyperbola. So in this chapter hyperbola, rectangular hyperbola is a very important concept. That is a special case of the hyperbola. So when you are saying a hyperbola is said to be rectangular hyperbola. So a hyperbola is said to be rectangular hyperbola if length of transverse axis is equals to the length of the conjugate axis. At that time, we say that the hyperbola is called rectangular hyperbola. This is the definition. A hyperbola is said to be rectangular hyperbola if its length of transverse axis is equals to the length of the conjugate axis. So, what is length of the transverse axis? Suppose length of transverse axis is 2a and length of conjugate axis is 2b. 2a is equals to 2b. We mean a is equals to b. Therefore, the equation x square by a square minus y square by b square is equal to 1 becomes what? X square by a square minus y square by a square is equals to 1. So, x square minus y square is equals to a square. This is called the rectangular hyperbola. So, in this case, length of the transverse axis is equals to length of the conjugate axis. Then we have x square minus y square is equals to a square is the equation of the rectangular hyperbola. Okay. So, this is the hyperbola. A is equals to b, then we have x square minus y square is equals to a square. Now, rectangular hyperbola referred to its asymptotes as axis of coordinate axis. Your rectangular hyperbola has coordinate axis as its asymptotes. What are asymptotes? Asymptotes are nothing but tangents at infinity to the hyperbola. We defined asymptotes of hyperbola as two ways. One way is for the line which is not vertical. That means the asymptote is not vertical. Suppose sometimes the vertical line is asymptote. So a non-vertical line y equal to mx plus c is said to be an asymptote to any curve y equal to f of x if limit extends to infinity f of x minus that mx plus c tends to 0. Suppose y equal to k is x equal to k is the vertical line which is asymptote to that curve. As limit extends to some k, f of x tends to infinity. At that time also we say that the line x equal to k is asymptote of the curve. So, in our hyperbola x square by a square minus y square by b square equal to 1, the asymptotes are what? Y equal to plus or minus b by a into x. All these things discussed in the previous class. So, the combined equation of asymptotes of hyperbola is what? X square by a square minus y square by b square is equals to 0. From that we conclude that the combined equation of asymptotes of hyperbola and the equation of hyperbola are only differ by constant. So, these are the definitions to the asymptotes of the hyperbola. Now, rectangular hyperbola refer to its asymptotes as axis of the coordinate axis. So, coordinate axis are the axis of the rectangular hyperbola. Then, what about its equation? What is it called? It's called a standard equation of the rectangular hyperbola. After getting the standard equation of rectangular hyperbola, let us move for try the properties of the rectangular hyperbola which is in the standard form. Okay. Now, this is the hyperbola. What is its equation? X square minus y square is equals to a square. For a is equals to b, we have x square minus y square is equal to a square. This is the equation of the rectangular hyperbola. Now, what are the asymptotes of this rectangular hyperbola? X square minus y square is equals to 0. Because the combined equation of asymptotes of hyperbola and the equation of hyperbola are only differ by constant. So we may take x square minus y square is equal to some lambda. Asymptotes are always passing through center of hyperbola. Its center is clearly 0, 0. By substituting 0, 0 here itself we obtain lambda as 0. So we have the equation x square minus y square equal to 0 is the combined equation of the asymptotes of hyperbola. So these are asymptotes of hyperbola. Of hyperbola what? X square minus y square is equals to a square. So this is the one of the asymptote and this one is the another asymptote. The asymptote means this is the tangent at infinity. Actually the line will be in this manner. In the diagram just we are drawing a line here. So this is y is equals to x. Y equal to x is one asymptote and y is equal to minus x is the another asymptote. So these two are the tangents at infinity to that curve. So when you produce this line in this manner, the curve is also going in that manner, they touch at infinity. So that is why we call y equal to x and y equal to minus x are the asymptotes of the hyperbola x square minus y square equal to a square. Now our target is we have to rotate the axis through an angle 45 degrees in the anti-clockwise direction. Because here y equal to x is one asymptote and y equal to minus x is the another asymptote. Angle between y equal to x to x axis is what? 45 degrees. So your asymptotes becomes coordinate axis. What you have to do? You have to rotate your axis to the 45 degrees. Then your coordinate axis becomes asymptotes to your new hyperbola. Therefore, we have to rotate the axis through an angle 45 degrees in the anti-clockwise direction. Then your coordinate axis becomes what? Asymptotes. So the new coordinate axis is taken as xy. Then xy, x into y is the combined equation. X into y is equal to some lambda is the combined equation of the asymptotes of the hyperbola. Am I correct or not? So x equal to 0, y equal to 0 are the separate equations of the asymptotes of the hyperbola. Then x into y is equal to some lambda is the equation of the x into y, capital X into y is equals to 0 is the equation of asymptotes of hyperbola, and its corresponding hyperbola may be taken as xy is equals to lambda. So x into y is equal to lambda is the equation of your hyperbola. Now the point, this is the point here to here. What is the distance? A units. So the point is a comma 0 on your main hyperbola. X square minus y square is equals to a square. When you rotate the axis 45 degrees, this curve is attached with this axis, that will be also transferred. How to transfer that one? What is the point of intersection of the curve with the line y is equals to x? At what, how much time, how much distance is there? A units. That is equal by using the parametric equations. X is equals to x1 plus r cos theta, y is equals to y1 plus r sin theta. That is 0 plus r means a units cos 45 degrees. That is 1 by root 2 comma 0 plus a into 1 by root 2 again. X equal to x1 plus r cos theta, y equal to y1 plus r sin theta. So that is a by root 2 comma a by root 2 is point of intersection with the axis. This is your y is equal to x with the new position of the hyperbola. So we have a by root 2 lies on this curve. Substitute that one. A square by 2 is equals to lambda. So what is the equation of hyperbola? Xy is equals to a square by 2. This is always positive. Let it be taken as c square. So xy is equal to c square is the equation of hyperbola having x equal to 0 and y equal to 0 are the asymptotes of the hyperbola. So this is the transformed equation. So this is the hyperbola. Its equation is what? Xy is equal to c square. This is obtained by rotate the axis 45 degrees. Rotate the axis 45 degrees. Then your asymptote becomes coordinate axis. So this is y equal to x is what? Your asymptote. So your rotating the axis, coordinate axis to 45 degrees, your coordinate axis coincides with what? Your coordinate axis coincides with the y is equal to x, that means asymptote. Y equal to minus x is the another asymptote for what? X square minus y square equal to a square. So when you rotate the axis through an angle 45 degrees, then your coordinate axis coincides with the asymptote of the hyperbola. That means the new equation is of the form xy is equals to 0. This is the combined equation of the asymptotes. Asymptotes are always passing through center of the hyperbola, and we know that the combined equation of asymptotes of hyperbola and the equation of hyperbola are defined by constant. So xy is equals to lambda. Xy equal to lambda is the equation of the hyperbola, which is in the new position. Its coordinate axis are asymptotes of the hyperbola. Now moreover, one of the point is pick out on the hyperbola, that is a by root 2 comma a by root 2, because the distance from here to here is a units. So the distance from here to here is also a units. So the distance is a units and the angle is 45 degrees. So x is equals to x1 plus r cos theta, y equal to y1 plus r sin theta is the point on that line y is equal to x, which is at distance a units. Therefore, a by root 2 comma a by root 2 is the point on my new hyperbola. Therefore, on substituting a by root 2 comma a by root 2, we get xy is equals to a square by 2. So, a square by 2 is always positive. We choose it as c square. Then the equation becomes what? Xy is equals to c square. Xy equal to c square is called standard equation of the rectangular hyperbola, where c square is equal to a square by 2. This is the relation very important for you. The relation between C and A. What is A? Semi-transverse axis. Here C square is constant, that is equal to A square by 2. So your rectangular hyperbola whose coordinate axes are the asymptotes, its equation, its curve like this. This is the curve. These two are coordinate axes. These are the asymptotes of the hyperbola, and these are the axis. This is the transverse axis. This is the conjugate axis. So what about my transverse axis here? Y equal to x is the transverse axis for xy is equal to c square, and the conjugate axis is y is equals to minus x. Y equal to minus x is the conjugate axis. These are the axes, my dears. These are the axes, not these are the axes. These are the asymptotes of my hyperbola xy is equals to c square. Understand? So you are just rotating the axis through an angle 45 degrees, then your coordinate axis coincides with what? Asymptotes. So what is your session? Your asymptotes as the axis of the coordinate axis. Therefore your standard equation is what? Xy equal to c square, where c square is equals to a square by 2. This is the derivation of xy is equal to c square, which is obtained from the equation x square minus y square is equals to a square, that is rectangular hyperbola. So x square minus y square is equal to a square obtained by taking the values a is equals to b. This is the one way of the proceeding. You can do xy is equal to c square another method also. So we have the equation x square minus y square is equals to a square is the equation of the rectangular hyperbola by taking a is equals to b. Now without shifting the origin, axes are rotated through an angle 45 degrees in the clockwise direction. Suppose if you rotate the axis minus 45 degrees, that is clockwise direction, if you rotate, we have the equation x is equals to x cos theta minus y sin theta, y is equals to x sin theta plus y cos theta. So replace the theta by minus 45 degrees, you have x is equals to capital X by root 2 minus of minus capital Y by root 2, and y is equals to minus x by root 2, and you have y sin minus 45, that is 1 by root 2 plus y by root 2. Therefore you can substitute the values small x and small y there. You have x minus x plus y, that is x plus y by root 2 whole square minus x plus y by root 2 minus x plus y by root 2 whole square is equals to a square. So we have x plus y whole square minus, you may write x minus y whole square, there is no problem, is equals to 2a square. That is equal to a square. What about x plus y whole square minus x minus y whole square? This is the whole square. That is 4xy. So you have 4xy is equals to 2a square. 2 cancel out 2 times. Therefore xy is equal to a square. This is xy is equals to a square. You can write xy 2xy equal to a square. Xy is equals to a square by 2. We choose this a square by 2 as c square. Since it is positive, we have xy is equals to c square. This is the standard equation of the rectangular hyperbola. Okay, xy equal to c square. So its combined equation of the asymptotes is what? Xy is equal to 0, because asymptotes are always passing through center of the hyperbola. So x equal to 0, y equal to 0. These are the new coordinate axes of the rectangular hyperbola. So in this manner we can track xy is equal to c square from x square minus y square is equals to a square. So any method you can approach, we obtain xy equal to c square. This is the standard equation of the rectangular hyperbola. Okay. For hyperbola, xy is equals to c square, that is in the standard form. Asymptotes are what? X equal to 0 and y is equals to 0. So all of you know the diagram. These are the coordinate axes. This is x axis, this is the y axis. Your rectangular hyperbola xy equal to c square is in this manner. These are asymptotes, not axes. Here the axes are like that. These are the axes. So this is the vertex. This is A, this is A dash, this is center. Its foci are like this, S and S dash. So asymptotes are what? Coordinate axis. What is x axis? Y equal to 0. What is y axis? X equal to 0. These are the coordinate axis or the asymptotes, and your axes are y is equal to x and y equal to minus x. This is y equal to x, this is y is equal to minus x. Understand? Now, what is the distance from here to here? A units. The distance from here to here is A units, and the angle is 45 degrees. Now, x is equals to x1 plus r cos theta, y is equals to y1 plus r sin theta. That is 0 plus r means A cos 45 1 by root 2 comma 0 plus A into 1 by root 2. That is A by root 2 comma A by root 2. This is the coordinates of A. Similarly, A dash is equals to what? A dash is equals to minus A by root 2 comma minus A by root 2. What is the relation between C and A? C square is equals to A square by 2. So what about my A value? A is equals to root 2C. Therefore, you just substitute the value of A as root 2C here. What about that value? Your A becomes what? A root 2C by root 2 comma root 2C by root 2. Root 2, root 2, root 2, root 2 gets cancelled. C comma C. So the coordinates of the vertices are C comma C. Here minus C comma minus C. These are the vertices. In the same manner, we can find the coordinates of the foci. So the distance from center to the focus is always AE. You know that. So CS is equals to AE. So A is what? Root 2C. And the eccentricity of the rectangular hyperbola, all of you know that, root 2. Just we proved. That is root 2. Because eccentricity of the hyperbola is what? Eccentricity is root of A square plus B square by A square for hyperbola x square by A square minus y square by B square equal to 1. In your rectangular hyperbola, A is equals to B. Therefore, your eccentricity E becomes root of A square plus A square by A square. It is nothing but root 2. So remember my dears, eccentricity of the rectangular hyperbola is always constant, that is root 2. So what is the value CS? That is 2c. So what are the coordinates now? Coordinates of the S. S is equals to the distance from here to here is what? AE. AE distance is what? 2c. Now x is equals to x1 plus r cos theta, y is equals to y1 plus r sin theta. By using that, we have 2c comma 2c. Am I correct or not? So what is the distance from C to S? CS is equals to AE. A is nothing but what? Root 2c, and E is equals to root 2. So the vertices are what? C comma C. This is minus C comma C. The distance from here to here, that is nothing but root 2c, root of c square plus c square, that is root 2c. It is nothing but AE. Am I correct or not? This is the distance C comma C. This is the origin. The distance is what? Root of c square plus c square, that is nothing but root 2c. But your C is equals to what? A by root 2. Root 2 times of A by root 2 gets cancelled A. Am I correct or not? So that is the value A. We are writing all the things in terms of C because you don't know about A for xy is equals to c square. Your standard equation is what? Xy is equals to c square. Now similarly CS, the distance from C to S is what? Root of 4c square plus 4c square. We mean 2 root 2 times of C, that is equals to 2 root 2 into C is nothing but what? C is nothing but A by root 2. That is, you have 2A here. So the coordinates of S are not 2C comma 2C. Now let us just erase this one. So the distance from C to S is, all of you know that is what? 2c from that calculation. After getting the 2c, the distance from here to here is 2c. This is your focus, yes. This is the distance 2c. X is equal to x1 plus r cos theta, y equal to y1 plus r sin theta. You have to use 0 plus r is 2c cos 45, 1 by root 2. And 0 plus 2c into 1 by root 2, that is root 2c. So we have the root 2c comma root 2c are the coordinates of S. S dash is minus root 2c comma minus root 2c. Don't confuse. This is A, clear. And the distance from here to here is 2c. When the distance is 2c, not the coordinates of 2c comma 2c for that S. When your S is on y is equal to x, which is at distance 2c, so your S coordinates are root 2c comma root 2c. X is equal to x1 0 plus r cos theta. R means what here? 2c cos 45 degrees, that is 1 by root 2. So root 2c comma root 2c. So the coordinates of foci are root 2c comma root 2c. Similarly, S dash is equal to minus root 2c comma minus root 2c. So distance between the two vertices, that is AA dash, that is nothing but transverse axis. Length of the transverse axis AA dash is equals to what? This is the distance from here to here. So this is what? C comma C to 0 0, that is root 2c plus root 2c, 2 root 2c. Because AA dash is equals to 2a. Replace A by root 2c, we get 2 root 2c. The distance between two foci, 2s SS dash is equals to 2ae. That is nothing but 2 into A is nothing but root 2c into E is nothing but root 2. That is nothing but 4c. So the distance between the two foci SS dash is equal to 4c. Because here to here is 2c, here to here is also 2c. 2c plus 2c, 4c. So A dash is 2 root 2c and SS dash is 4c. So in this manner you can track all the distances in terms of c just by using the relation. What is that? A is equals to root 2c or c square is equals to what? A square by 2. C square is equals to A square by 2. This is nothing but A square by 2. This is very important relation between C and A. Understand? So xy is equal to c square is the standard equation of the rectangular hyperbola whose asymptotes are the coordinate axes. That is x equal to 0 and y equal to 0. And these vertices are what? C comma c and minus c comma c. Foci are root c comma root 2c comma root 2c and minus 2 root c comma 2 root 2c. Sorry, this is minus root 2c comma minus root 2c. So these are the two foci of the hyperbola, and distance between the two foci is 4c, and distance between the two vertices, that is the length of the transverse axis, is what? 2 root 2c. You can find the length of the conjugate axis also. Length of the conjugate axis is what? Same, because A is equals to B. A equal to B, therefore its conjugate length is also 2 root 2c. So length of the transverse axis is equal to length of the conjugate axis in the rectangular hyperbola. Don't forget that one. So we can find all the lengths in terms of c for xy is equals to c square. Xy equal to c square. Okay. So asymptotes of the rectangular hyperbola xy equal to c square are x equal to 0 and y is equals to 0. Transverse axis is what? Y equal to x. Already we discussed it. The transverse axis is y equal to x and conjugate axis is y is equals to minus x. Now this is your hyperbola, rectangular hyperbola. X equal to 0, y equal to 0 are the asymptotes. These are the axes. These are the axes because this is the line makes angle 45 degrees with coordinate axis. So we take it as y equal to x. This is y is equals to minus x. So asymptotes are x equal to 0 and y equal to 0. Transverse axis is y equal to x. Conjugate axis is y is equals to minus x. And vertices are a c comma c and minus c comma minus c. Already we proved. So this is the point c comma c and this is the point minus c comma minus c. What is the definition of the vertex? Where the axis meets the conic is called vertex. So the distance from here to here is a units. So and the angle is 45 degrees. We use the parametric equations for the straight line. X is equal to x1 plus r cos theta, y equal to y1 plus r sin theta. This is x1, y1, that is 0, 0 here. So 0 plus r means how many units distance here to here? A units. Cos theta, that is 1 by root 2. A by root 2, that is nothing but c. B by root 2, that is b is nothing but a, that is also c. So c comma c are the coordinates of the vertex. Here also minus c comma c. So the vertices of the rectangular hyperbola xy equal to c square is chosen as c comma c and minus c comma c. And similarly the foci are root 2c comma root 2c and minus root 2c comma minus root 2c. Already we proved. So the distance between the center to the focus is AE. AE. E means root 2. Root 2 times of AE. Root 2 times of A is obtained here. So A is equal to root 2c. Root 2 times of root c, that is equals to 2c. So your focus is 2c distance from your origin. That is the center of the hyperbola. So again apply the parametric equations. X is equal to x1 plus r cos theta, y is equal to y1 plus r sin theta. We have 0 plus r means 2c into cos pi by 4. That is 1 by root 2. 0 plus 2c into sin pi by 4. Again root 2. This is root 2. This is also root 2. Root 2c comma root 2c. Therefore, similarly on downwards we have the coordinates of s dash as minus root 2c comma minus root 2c. These are the coordinates of the foci. These are the vertices of the foci. Sorry, vertices of the hyperbola, and these are the foci of the rectangular hyperbola. Coordinates of foci, coordinates of the vertices. And conjugate axis is y equal to minus x, transverse axis is y equal to x, asymptotes are x equal to 0 and y is equals to 0. Okay. Length of the lattice rectum is equals to 2 root 2c. Length of the lattice rectum, that is what? For hyperbola 2b square by a, length of the latus rectum is 2b square by a. That is nothing but 2a square by a, for a is equals to b. So that is nothing but 2a. 2a is nothing but the length of the transverse axis, that is 2 root 2c. A means what? Root 2c. That is nothing but 2 root 2c. Understand? This is the length of the latus rectum. Length of the latus rectum is nothing but length of a dash. A dash means length of the transverse axis 2 root 2c. So xy is equal to c square. That is nothing but a square by 2. Don't forget this relation. C square is equals to a square by 2. A is nothing but root 2c. So 2 root 2c. The relation between a and c is a is equals to root 2 times of c at any time anywhere. For xy is equals to c square. So what is the length of the latus rectum? Length of the latus rectum is always equal to length of the transverse axis in the rectangular hyperbola. So its length is 2 root 2c. Okay. And equation of the auxiliary circle is x square plus y square is equals to 2c square. Length of the latus rectum is 2 root 2c. Equation of auxiliary circle, x square plus y square is equals to a square is the equation of the auxiliary circle. But what is your a? Root 2c. That is nothing but root 2c whole square, that is equals to 2c square. So x square plus y square is equals to 2c square is the equation of the auxiliary circle of the rectangular hyperbola. Xy is equals to c square. Okay. Now equation of director circle is x square plus y square is equals to 0. Director circle. What is the equation of the director circle? X square plus y square is equals to a square minus b square. For our rectangular hyperbola a is equals to b. So we have x square plus y square is equal to a square minus a square, that is equal to 0. So x square plus y square is equals to 0 is the point itself. 0 comma 0. It represents only the point circle, that is point 0 0. So equation of director circle is x square plus y square is equals to 0. To that one. So this is your rectangular hyperbola. So x square plus y square equals to 0 is this is the auxiliary circle, this is the director circle to that one. So the director circle is itself, it is just a point, director circle. Auxiliary circle is what? X square plus y square is equals to 2c square. So what is the radius of the circle? Auxiliary circle, root 2c. That means this is the point c comma c. This is the diameter. So this is the auxiliary circle. The circle described on transverse axis as diameter is called your auxiliary circle. So this is the director circle, this is your auxiliary circle. This is the equation x square plus y square is equals to 2c square. Ends of diameter are the one of the pair of vertices, that is the c comma c and minus c comma minus c. Understand? Now x square minus y square equal to 1 and xy equal to c square intersect right angles. So this is the standard equation. X square minus y square is equals to, you may take a square also, either 1 or a square, whatever it may be. Xy is equal to c square are always intersecting right angles. So if you rotate the axis 45 degrees to this one, we obtain xy is equal to c square. So rotation of the axis is 45 degrees, we obtain two curves. One is old and other one is new, and that time angle between the two curves is 90 degrees. So two curves, angle between them is 90 degrees, so we say that the cutting orthogonally. Let us try to do this one. So what is the slope? To get the slope we have to differentiate. 2x minus 2y y dash is equals to 0. 2y y dash is equals to 2x. 2 gets cancelled. So y dash is equal to x by y for any point x comma y on the hyperbola. Again we have to differentiate this one. Xy dash plus y is equals to 0. So y dash is equal to minus y by x. Minus y by x for any point. Suppose x comma y is the point of intersection of the both curves. Or you may take x1 comma y1 is the point of intersection of both curves. So this is the slope at the point x1 comma y1 to this curve, and this is the slope of the tangent at the same point x1 comma y1 to this curve. These are the two curves. One is main hyperbola, that is x square minus y square is equal to either 1 or you may take a square, and this is the xy is equals to c square. Just by interchanging the axis or the rotation of the axis to an angle 45 degrees in the anti-clockwise direction. So these are the new axis of the new hyperbola. Xy is equal to c square. One is a transverse and other one is conjugate, and at the time these two curves intersected this point. Now we draw the tangents at the points of intersections. These are the tangents. So the angle between the tangents is 90 degrees here. Similarly, if you draw the tangents at their points of intersection, these are the tangents, angle between them is here 90 degrees. Understand? So x square minus y square is equal to a square and xy is equal to c square are two curves. One is obtained by other by rotation of the axis through an angle 45 degrees, and at that time the angle between the curves is 90 degrees, because this is the slope and this is the slope of the same point of the another curve. Now product them. M1 into M2 is equals to what? X1 by Y1 into minus Y1 by X1. This is Y1 gets cancelled, X1 gets cancelled. Therefore, product of the slopes is equals to minus 1. So clearly the angle between the two curves is what? 90 degrees here. So length of the lattice rectum of xy is equals to c square is 2 root 2c, and equation of the auxiliary circle is x square plus y square equal to 2c square. Equation of director circle is x square plus y square equal to 0, and the angle between x square minus y square equal to a square and xy equal to c square is 90 degrees. That means the two curves intersecting orthogonally. We mean the angle between the two curves is 90 degrees. Okay. So these are very interesting properties. Listen carefully, my dears. Properties of the rectangular hyperbola xy is equals to c square. Now, the eccentricity of the rectangular hyperbola is root 2. Already we proved. Because a is equal to b here. Therefore, eccentricity E is equal to root of a square plus b square is nothing but a square by a square. That is nothing but root 2. So, the eccentricity of the rectangular hyperbola is root 2. Next one, the parametric form of the rectangular hyperbola xy equal to c square is p ct comma c by t. It is any point on the rectangular hyperbola xy equal to c square. So we take the parametric equations as x equal to ct, y is equal to c by t for t not equal to 0 for all real values. So x is equals to ct, y equal to c by t are the parametric equations of the rectangular hyperbola. Okay. The slope of the chord joining of any two points on the rectangular hyperbola xy equal to c square, that is p of t1 comma q of t2 is minus 1 by t1 t2. This is also a simple property to you. You can write the slope of pq is nothing but y2 minus y1 by x2 minus x1. That is c by t2 minus c by t1 by ct2 minus ct1. That is nothing but c times of t1 minus t2 by t1 t2 into c common t2 minus t1. t2 minus t1 cancel out minus 1 times, cc also cancel, minus 1 by t1 t2. So slope of the line joining of the 2 points p of t1 comma q of t2 on rectangular hyperbola xy equal to c square is minus 1 by t1 t2. Don't forget, this is the slope of the line joining of the 2 points, minus 1 by t1 t2. Okay. So next, the slope of tangent at point ct comma c by t is minus 1 by t square. Slope of tangent at any point. So ct comma c by t is the point on what? xy is equal to c square. This is your rectangular hyperbola which is in the standard form. xy equal to c square. So now you can differentiate this one. Xy dash plus y is equals to 0. So y dash is equals to minus y by x. So at that point P you have to write the slope minus y means what? C by t by x is ct. Cc gets cancelled, that is minus 1 by t square. So don't forget this one also. The slope of tangent at any point P of t, we mean P ct comma c by t is minus 1 by t square. Slope of tangent is always minus 1 by t square. From that you can calculate the slope of normal at the same point also. What is that? T square. Understand? Yes. The equation of tangent at the point whose parameter is t is like that. Or you can prove in this manner. Once if you know the point and slope, you can write the equation. What is the point? ct comma c by t. This is the point. Slope of the tangent is what? Minus 1 by t square. Just we proved. So once if you have the slope and point, you can write the equation by the formula y minus y1 is equal to m into x minus x1. So y minus c by t is equal to minus 1 by t square times of x minus ct. What is that? That is 1. So you just simplify this one also. Yt minus c by t is equals to minus 1 by t square times of x minus ct. So t gets cancelled. On cross multiplying, yt square minus ct is equal to minus x plus ct. So x plus yt square, you can take the left side, x plus yt square plus 2ct is equal to 2ct or minus 2ct is equal to 0. X plus yt square minus 2tc or 2ct is equals to 0. This is the equation of tangent at t to the hyperbola xy equal to c square. At t means ct comma c by t. Don't mug up these formulas. These are very simple to, you can derive itself by knowing the slope and point. Slope of the tangent, don't forget, minus 1 by t square. You can prove it is very easy by just differentiate one time for the xy equal to c square. This is the equation of tangent at the point whose parameter is t is y minus c by t equal to minus 1 by t square times of x minus ct. On simplifying, you get in this manner. Okay. Next, the equation of normal at the point whose parameter t is like that. So what is the slope of tangent at t? Slope of tangent at t to the hyperbola xy equal to c square is minus 1 by t square. So slope of normal is t square. Slope of tangent is equals to minus 1 by t square. Therefore slope of normal is equals to slope of normal is equal to t square. Once if you have the slope of the normal and the point, you can write that one. Y minus c by t is equals to m t square into x minus ct. That's all. Y minus y1 is equal to m into x minus x1. On taking LCM, ty minus c is equals to t cube x minus ct power 4. So xt cube or t cube x minus ty minus ct power 4 plus c is equals to 0. So take these two terms to the right side, we get the equation of the normal as t cube x minus ty minus ct power 4 plus c is equals to 0. So slope of the normal is what? T square. So this is the equation of the normal to the curve at the point ct comma c by t to your rectangular hyperbola xy is equals to c square. Okay. Now the equation of tangent at the point x1 comma y1, which is not in the parametric form, is xy1 plus yx1 is equals to 2c square, or t equal to 0, where t is xy1 plus x1y is equals to 2c square minus 2c square. So this is the notation for t, that is equation of tangent at that point x1 y1 is xy1 plus x1y is equals to 2c square. So xy is equal to c square. Xy is equal to c square. All of you know that the equation of tangent at x1 comma y1 to any curve is what? S1 equals 0. You can define S1 for this one also. So on multiplying by 2 on both sides, you have 2xy is equals to 2c square. So 2xy can be written as xy plus xy is equals to 2c square, and replace 1x by x1, and that means here y1 you may take here x1. xy1 plus x1y is equals to 2c square. This is the equation of S1. For that, xy is equal to c square. Notation of xy, if s is xy, S1 is defined in this manner. Half of xy1 plus yx1. This is the notation for S1. On that, we can write xy1 plus yx1 is equals to 2c square is the equation of tangent. Or otherwise, we can prove easily by doing the calculus method. So your curve is xy is equals to c square, and differentiating xy1 plus y. y1 means derivative, y dash. xy dash plus y equal to 0. So y dash is equal to minus y by x. At that point p is what? That is at x1 y1. We mean minus y1 by x1. So slope of the curve is minus y1 by x1. You have the point x1 comma y1 on the curve. You can write the equation by y minus y1 is equal to minus y1 by x1 into x minus x1. So x1y minus x1y1 is equal to minus y1x plus x1y1. So you can write this one as xy1 plus yx1 is equals to 2x1y1. This is the equation of tangent at x1 comma y1 to the hyperbola xy is equals to c square. On x1 comma y1, substitute on your xy is equals to c square. Your point is x1 y1 which lies on that one. x1 y1 is equals to c square. So instead of x1 y1 you can write c square, that is xy1 plus yx1 is equals to 2c square. This is the equation of tangent at x1 comma y1. My dears, from this equation itself we can do one important result. This is your rectangular hyperbola. xy is equal to c square. If you take any point on the hyperbola, draw the tangent to that curve at that point to the hyperbola xy is equals to c square. This is the point of contact of the tangent, and these are the points of intersections of the tangent to the coordinate axis. The midpoint AB is itself the point of contact. The midpoint of AB is itself the point of contact. This facility is applicable only when the curve is xy is equal to c square. This is very, very important property. That means the point of contact of tangent to the curve xy equal to c square is itself the midpoint of intersection made by the tangent at that same point to the curve xy is equal to c square. So this is the intercept made by the coordinate axis. Its midpoint itself the point. So it is not possible for another curves. Suppose this is the circle. These are the coordinate axis. Suppose your circle is x square plus y square equal to a square. If you draw the tangent at that point, you have the tangent in this manner. This is the portion of tangent intersected by the coordinate axis. Its midpoint is somewhere here. So this is the midpoint. This is the point of contact. These two are different. But in this case of xy equal to c square, both are same. Because the equation is what? xy1 plus yx1 is equals to 2x1y1. On simplifying this one, x by x1 plus y by y1 is equals to 2. At that time, is it x1 y1 midpoint of the chord or not? So x by 2x1 plus y by 2y1 is equals to 1. X-intercept is x1 comma 0. Y-intercept is what? 0 comma y1. Its midpoint is nothing but x-intercept is 2x1 here. 2x1 comma 0. 0 comma 2y1. That means its midpoint is what? x1 comma y1. This is the line intercepted form by taking 2 here also. x by 2x1 plus y by 2y1 is what? 1. X-intercept is 2x1, y-intercept is 2y1. So A is 2x1 comma 0, B is 0 comma 2y1. Its midpoint is what? x1 comma y1. That is why this is the x1 comma y1, that is midpoint, which is the point of contact of the tangent itself. Understand? So in this manner, we can write the equation of tangent at that particular point x1 comma y1 to xy is equal to c square, and also we conclude that the point of contact itself is the midpoint of the portion of tangent intercepted by the coordinate axis. So what is the tangent for? The tangent for xy is equals to c square. Okay, these are all very important properties to the xy is equals to c square. This is the standard equation of the rectangular hyperbola. In the next class we will deal some of the other properties related to the xy is equals to c square, and we will do the problems related to that one. Okay, thank you very much.